Now you might be wondering what brought us to the hardware aisle, but we're gonna find what is, in the oldest terms of golf, a stimp meter. So for $5.85 or $10.98, we're gonna get a tool that is gonna help us read the greens, and we're gonna work on that today. So for sake of pricing, let's go for the $5.85. The other thing we're gonna do in aisle 10 in tools, we're gonna grab ourselves a chalk line. Something you wanna make sure to look out for is the permanence here, on what level the permanence is. This is a 1, this is a 3. I don't wanna leave too many marks on the greens that maybe a course might get annoyed, so I'm gonna pick out this 1. Obviously down here you have some of this other chalk that's a 2, you know, for $1.78 you can pick your color. I've seen a lot of guys on tour using those with the orange because it'll stand out. So at the end of the day, choose the color you like, but you know, kind of a conscientious way of leaving a low impact on the golf course. So we got our 2 tools. Let's go take them out. We got out of the store for $15.80. Again, let's review what we got. We have our unofficial official stimp meter. After looking it up, this stimp meter was made by a gentleman by the name of Stimpson, who was a Massachusetts state amateur, and he thought there was a green that was too fast, and so he wanted to have a way to prove that. So what he did was he took, I guess, a piece of wood. It was a wood stick with a notch in it, and he lifted it up like this. You'll see. We'll talk about how to do this and measure it. But however long the ball rolled off of this is the actual measure of a green speed. So when you lift this up, if you have exactly, let's say it rolls out 10 feet. I lift this, the ball starts rolling, and if it rolls 10 feet, that's where the green is considered a 10, 10.5, 10.2 feet, whatever it is, 10 foot 2 inches. So when they say balls are running to a 13, and that's taken off the flattest surface that they can find on the green. So I decided to get this, the orange chalk, just for visibility for the video. So we're also going to go over how exactly to fill this, because I'm sure some of us will make mistakes, as I had to kind of look it up and double check, but it's pretty simple. So let's get to that. So we're going to use this just for straight putts. We'll find the straightest putt. We'll use the stimp meter to help find the straight putts. And apparently this is a little harder to cooperate. And then we will open than I had hoped, but okay. All right, so it's got a chalk door. Up there is, I'm gonna fill it. Ingenuity, why not a 2? Right, so we, hey, oh, so ingenious, maybe. Maybe don't shake it up, but okay. We're going to start it at around 36 inches, so we'll take it about a foot inside the end. Today I'm going to be using the Kirkland 4-piece. This is the ball that came out before the new one, the silver one that you guys see out there. I think this was a much better ball. I'm not 100% sure why they changed it. I think there might have been some scuffing issues, but that's for another time. So let's go about a foot, you know, from elbow to hand, so that'll work. And we're just going to put it right here, and I'm going to lift it, lay it flat, and then I'll lift it. And once it starts rolling, I stop. Okay, so again, what we're trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how fast the greens are consistently, and I'm going to use this also as a tool to read the greens. So you'll see right now, with something like this, I can clearly see where I'm lined up. And if I extend that line, I'm actually lined up outside the hole. So these are some things that we want to pay attention to. So let's take a look. Okay. do it again. Now there's something in putting that happens that people forget about is the manipulation of the face. So if you over-rotate the face, you can actually create spin on the ball, right? And when you create that spin, that's when you can miss right, miss left. So some people actually push the ball and then hook it so it goes a little right of their line and then kind of hooks it with spin. So similar to a billiard shot. But let's try this again. We'll keep going. Just try to smooth it out. Okay. Let's see one more. All right, so I'm going to try to get it down the line here. I want it to pass right through here. Okay, so what we learned here with this is that obviously we started with the line, lifting that up. We're seeing which way the ball is going to break, right? And once we find out which way the ball is going to break, it starts the process. And when you turn learning into a process, I'm not just going to drop balls here and go hit a bunch of putts and kind of get lucky, because there's no kind of science behind that. If you look at the tour pros on the greens, I mean, obviously people who really appreciate data and strong, clear information, I mean, this is what they're setting up with. So this is a good start. I want to show you one more thing, how you can use that chalk line, and even guys on tour will have a chalk line. It's generally for a straight putt. We'll use this to find a straight putt around the hole, somewhere around the hole, and we'll do it. This is 48 inches. I got the 48-inch size because it'll actually fit in my bag better. It won't scratch my shafts. 36 inches technically is below your wood, so you could, if you have graphite shafts, it could scratch it up. So that's why I got the 48-incher, and it's longer than my driver, so everything's kind of protected. But let's go around the hole and see where we can find a straight putt. Let's see. All right. So we have our straight putt from here. So we're gonna get the spot. We'll put this here. Put that there. Let's put a tee here, just to keep that in the ground. And let's see, there we go. It's a little better. Okay, we'll use the line on the ball, line it up. Now this is a great way to actually check your alignment, how you see it, right? And you say, man, that looks like it's right, or that looks like it's left. Again, we have data, that's all we're using. We've created straight lines. We are using strings. We're using these measured objects. So now we know what's right. So, okay, so let's see if we can put this down the line, make it roll. Okay. Now clearly this isn't exactly straight. I mean, there's still some break, but these are going to be sometimes hard to find depending on what course you're on. Okay. Again, let's line it up. Now, face and path angle are important in putting, and when they need to match up, meaning the line you swing on, as well as the angle of the face. For this video, let's keep it nice and simple. We're just gonna try to line that ball up here. Swing, and again, like I said, it should be slightly archy, so it should, if you want to practice, you can start here. Line should come slightly inside, and as you go through, come inside slightly to inside. Again, even people that say they're straight through, straight back, I mean, you can try it, but it's so hard to keep that on the line the whole way. I mean, you have to, your joints are round, right? And they're round, pointing out diagonally, and everybody is born in a different way. So some people, their right shoulder might be here, their left shoulder might be there, and they're not exactly the same angle. So that's why with a putting coach, it's so important for them to understand body, what you're seeing, and then obviously execution, because obviously back issues will come into this as well. Let's take a look. Try to get the posture good. Okay, so we saw a center, we saw a right, and we saw a center again. So now I know, okay, my work is not done. I got to get my path down right, and I got to keep this down the line. So already I have some good work to work on. And that's the idea here, is that you're not looking at a lot of people getting better on the putting green by just dropping 3 balls and hitting them a bunch of times. I mean, there's got to be something that's measured, and there's got to be progress. So this is a great way, something simple. We're only $15 in, and you know, here's 4 feet from the hole. So we got a little over 4, we got 4.5, almost 5 feet. And so if I'm practicing these 5-footers, right, that I know are straight and are lined up, this is a long putt. This is a long putt to get. This is a long putt to make. That matters for your score. So I'll leave you there with some good tools. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to keep practicing. You know, the minute we start really measuring results is the minute that we're going to get better. And sometimes that could be stressful because we're not sure how. But I'm here for you. We're going to learn to measure ourselves. Our next video is going to look at putting at home. So for those of us who are stuck at home in this time, then the next video you'll really like. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.